Hi guys, how you doing? Andre, also known by Dre, Dope Motion, and today we're on set of Echoes of a Mind. Echoes of a Mind is my first short movie that I've created, proud, and yeah. And to my left, I've got my cousin, my friend, who goes by the name of Elio. Elio, what is
Hey,
it?
thanks for having me, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Love.
So today we're gonna talk about something we've been working for the past 5 6 months.
Yeah.
A project that started out of nowhere from the bottom. I gave you a call, you picked up the phone, which I'm glad you did because I didn't know who I wanted to have in this, and I didn't know whether it was gonna get funded or not. And out of your own kind of heart, you were like, "Cause I love the project. Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Do you know what I mean?
Let's do it.
So before we get too deep into it, let the viewers know who Elio is, cause I know who you are.
Yeah.
They don't. So what one?
Yo, my name is Elio. Go by Elio Lopes. Andre's cousin, friend, family member. So this is my first movie as well, and I'm very pleased with how it came out. And I'm so excited when this drops for you guys because I want to see your guys' reactions because mine was just different.
Yeah.
And I'm so pleased with how it came out. And thanks to this magician, Flip, I'm so excited for you guys as well.
This is your first role, and we done a quick private screening where you seen the fruits of our work.
Yeah.
What's your first impressions of seeing you on TV?
Damn, it's different, cause
No, we made it.
Type shit. For real, when I first made it, obviously, when you have, I don't know, an idea of how it's gonna come out, you never really visualize all the little details you come up with. It's crazy. It just made me respect you a lot more because the amount of work that goes into this shit is crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot, and I'm so proud of myself as well because it would be something that I would run away from in the past because I didn't like to see myself on cameras.
Yeah.
We all have our little insecurities.
Yeah.
And see me, I was never that type of guy. I recently obviously started making content and stuff. So this was definitely challenging. You know what I mean? It was very challenging, but I'm so happy I did it because now it's something I can look back to and actually be proud of.
Yeah.
And I thank you a lot because obviously you say you're thankful for even having me doing this, but I'm thankful you made me get out of my shell.
Yeah.
Do something I wouldn't do if someone didn't come for me. You know? So love for that.
No, thank you. I can tell you that my thoughts on it was obviously I've got loads of friends and we've got a lot of friends in common, and a lot of us are artists in our own ways. So we've got friends that are models, we've got friends that are rappers, we've got footballers and stuff like that. And in a way, each one of us does content or wants to be creative in some sort of way. So in my mind was I've already got people that are already doing it. Do you know what I mean? So why not explore that and have them do something else extra? Maybe now that you've done your first acting role, you're probably more perceptive to go for another role.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you might find it
thinking as much.
Yeah, you wouldn't even overthink as much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although this role was a bit difficult, which is something we'll dive in a little bit further. Or actually, my next question would be: how did you find putting yourself in someone's shoes that goes through a bit of mental struggle, that has a bit of mental health? Because mental health can be anything. It can be ADHD. It can be a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? So, how do you find being that character, that person?
So from my experience, what I did was obviously everybody has their struggles, like you just said. So I sort of had to dive deep into a place where I have been before and try to mentally be present in that time scale. And it was deep. Like it was almost like, even when we were recording, obviously we had our people in helping us, and they were like, even in between sets, we were laughing because they were trying to snap me out of that. They were trying to snap me out of that character, and I was like, how do I even do it? Because now I actually feel what that character is feeling. So it's like, it's true what they say is like, when you're trying to portray this character for so long, it almost becomes you.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt like I was throughout the whole movie, and I felt like it was getting easier as we progressed because it just felt natural.
Okay.
So yeah, so what I will say is, what helped me get through that bit was tapping into times where I've dealt with struggles and actually live it, bring it to life, and that's what you're gonna see in the movie.
Yeah. And would you say that's the method you used prior to us starting filming, like remembering certain things you went through in the past, or is it something that you kind of like watch a few references and examples of other actors or movies or people that kind of, or one of the things a lot of people do is they might have someone in their life that they've kind of lived with, and they kind of know how that person acts, and they can kind of like tap into that. Do you understand what I mean?
I think I subconsciously do certain things I see in movies, and obviously I know certain things that will create higher impact when it comes to emotion. So yeah, it was a mix of things, but I did try and just stick to myself in a way, because I wanted to feel real.
Yeah.
Because I feel when you're trying to portray someone else's emotions, it can be very visible, especially if someone knows exactly how it's how it feels to be in that situation. They're not gonna connect with it because they can see through it. So I almost felt like I had to be in that zone myself for it to be felt.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I understand. And then what is something that you do to manage these ups and downs?
I say my main rule for me is sticking to goals that I set for myself, because I'm a firm believer that when you set goals for yourself and you stay on track, and when you don't let yourself down, because that's what it is. Let's say how it is. When you're setting yourself a goal, a target, and you keep skipping it, you don't realize the mental size that can have on you, because you are eternally disappointing yourself. And I feel like the main thing you should do is just focus on things that just make you feel confident, which is improving yourself. Just stay active, set goals, because when you stay in motion, it's hard to be trapped in a zone where you can be depressed, because if you think about it, depression comes from boredom and just being stagnant. So when you're always on the move, it's hard to tap into. But I'm not saying it in a way where like you're, because it can also mean that you're running away from the real issues.
In a way, you're kind of like bottling, put the issue to the side and kind of like deal later with it. Yeah. Which is something that a lot of people do. I've done it many times before. Yeah. But what I find with that is later in life, it catches up with you. Yeah, no. And it catches up on a double. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or a triple. So whenever you come to deal with it later on, it's like, damn, I should have dealt with that like 10 years ago or a year ago or something like that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So in a sense, I totally understand what you mean. And to your viewers or people, I'd say deal with it in a way that you're taking care of your problem, but also you're, as you said, keep yourself active, put yourself goals. Don't put like goals that you can't imaginably reach, because that'll create pressure.
Yeah.
But something nice and easy that you can accomplish.
Yeah,
And
just set
then-
yourself targets.
Yeah,
things like that. Yeah, because
absolutely.
if you look at a goal itself, it can be overwhelming. See, for
Yeah.
me, because I also have ADHD, so like I sort of have to plan out everything in a way where it can lead me to that goal. I need to visualize every target, and looking at the goal itself can be very overwhelming to a
Yeah.
point where I will not make the move. I'll stay stagnant because I get overwhelmed. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that's a lot. So I try and put the goal to the side and just focus on the little targets I set that will get me that goal eventually,
Yeah.
which is something I'm still working on up to this day, but it's working.
Yeah.
It's literally working.
And you're, as you said, like you're an active guy. You be going to a gym and doing your CrossFits and stuff like that. How important is your mental well-being for you?
Very important. And I'll say it again. I'll double down on it. Like, the biggest thing that keeps me in the gym is the mental resilience that I get from it. Do you know what I mean? Because like physically, you could say, I'm not saying I'm satisfied and I don't want to improve, but I've got to a point where like I can be happy for myself and I can say, well, I actually did that. But what keeps me resilient is that mental help I get when I come out of the gym, that dopamine hit, that sense of achievement, wanting to do more. Because you're going to the gym even when you didn't feel like you got it done. Now you feel like you can conquer the world because you did it when you were at the lowest, when you felt like you couldn't do it, you did it.
Yeah.
So now you can apply that to real life situations, and that's something you can't replace. So that's something that I would advise people to do. It doesn't have to be a gym. It can be just something that keeps you
motivated, alive. Yeah, motivated.
Yes.
Some people is like traveling. Some people is doing crochet. Some people is, I don't know, doing gardening.
Pilots.
Whatever. Yeah, pilots, movies, whatever floats your boat. Do you know what I mean? Whatever keeps you going, whatever keeps you alive. You know, is something that everyone needs to kind of like project to themselves, because I think in today's society we've lost a lot. Put in perspective, like I'm a 90s kid, and the way I grew up is I used to be grounded not to go outside. Today, in today's society, I think I have to ground my kids from being inside to go outside. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like whenever we're just locked into one place and we're just scrolling down our phones up and down, we lose the essence and the importance of socialization, keeping your mind free, creating new ideas, going out with friends, playing football, go to the park or do whatever. Do you know what I mean? So to me, that is really important not to lose that essence. Hence the reason why I call my friends and you to act in this movie, because it creates a different sort of bond. It opens a space for us to talk about what we're going through, what each other is going through, and how can we help and be that crutch for each other. Do you know what I mean? How do you view today's society with all the social media and stuff that's going on around the world? How do you view that into today's mental health and for the young generation?
Yeah, I feel like social media in this case, it has its good and bads, but I feel like it deprives people from going out and connecting and forming a community, because it forms this false sense of community. Because you're trapped in a room in a phone, you're alone, but it creates this false sense of being present because you are seeing what other people are doing. And it's crazy to me because those were things that you would have to go out in the world to get, you know? And now you're getting it through a screen. So I feel like a lot of people, especially the younger generation now, they're gonna be lacking communication skills, work skills, because they're being deprived from these challenges that the world has to offer, because they're trapped in a room where they feel like they're already in that world,
Yeah.
but they're not facing the challenges that creates resilience
Yeah.
while you're outside.
And don't get me wrong, like things do change. Like, for example, now we're in the world of streaming. I'm not saying that it's wrong to be inside, and like what I'm saying is sometimes being locked in a place can depress people. It can deprive people from talking. It deprives people from social, from socializing, creating social anxieties and stuff like that. So it's more. I would like people to be able to get out of like their kind of comfort zones and be a little bit uncomfortable to come to other people and say, look, I'm actually feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is going on in my life. It doesn't need to be with a family member, or it can be with your friends. We all have friends that we can lean on to have certain conversations. Some people might lean on to their families, some people might lean on to a therapist, whatever. Again, whatever floats your boat and makes you happy. I just feel like sometimes a screen won't help you. It'll put you a bit down a little bit, you know, because we'll look at the screen, look someone else's life, and we wish to have that life, and we can't have that life.
Someone's highlights.
Yeah, someone's highlights and stuff like that. And even that person's highlights is good, but we don't know in reality and private closed doors what's going on.
Yeah.
So we can't lay ourselves down on false perceptions like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So have you ever felt some type of way, and have you ever reached like a family or friend, or are you the type of person that kind of like would bottle it all down and then gets to a breaking point and then the lid just flips? I'm that person. Let me just be humble. I'll say it to the camera.
Nah, I've been there.
I've been that person.
I've been there.
And I'm like that person where I keep a lot of things in, and I've had a bit of a rough past. Not many people know about it, but and it's kind of like I just keep it all in, and then one day it just flips. And it's wrong, and I feel like we need to speak more, and hence why this whole project is about, because it helps me in a way, but I want to help others as well. So how do you feel about that?
First, what I would do is, I think that comes within. So you said, for example, you ball things up and you keep them in, and then you just explode. So in that situation, what I would do is try and work on how can I be more honest with myself? How can I what's the word? Yeah, So how can I express my feelings in a way where it's not emotional? It's something people can actually listen to and give you a hand with, because a lot of the times it comes from that. It's you just not knowing how to express, so you keep it in. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, that's where your emotional intelligence comes. It's like, it's the inner work you do to try and express your emotions in a way where it doesn't come out as anger. It can be just you having a conversation with a friend. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it takes a lot of work, because you're going against the grain, because now you're going against what you've been taught. Because I don't know about you, I'm assuming we had the same sort of upbringing. Yeah. And within our culture, we are taught to deprive our feelings. We're taught to not cry. That's weak. And things like that. So like, in a way, in life, when you come through these challenges where you could easily just have a chat about something that bothered you, you'd keep it in because that's what you were taught to do. True. So now you have to just go against the grain and learn those things. And yeah, it's gonna be tough because these are not natural to you. and these are things that we're implementing into you. So these are things that you subconsciously think are right,
Yeah.
but they're wrong. So now you have to go against yourself, against the mirror, like that clip in the movie. And
They don't know that.
yeah,
They don't know. You don't know about that.
so yeah, it's sort of like having to check yourself, and like obviously those feelings are not something you can change because
Yeah.
they're emotions, but you're gonna have to check yourself.
True.
And you're gonna have to do a lot of work,
Yeah.
and just do it manually. It's not gonna be automatic. You're gonna have to catch yourself in that moment where you have reacted previously and be like, yo, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
I have to catch myself on now and try and do the right thing, which is the right thing for me is communicate with the closest people you have around you and have an insight, and they can help you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're your closest people. So the
True. And going back to the gym, for who doesn't know, you have a brand that's called
you versus yesterday.
You versus Yesterday.
Yeah. Thanks for rocking it, man.
Yeah, I'm rocking the t-shirt. By the way, like, if you don't have it, go get yours. A quick little promo. Rocking coat as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Go get your hats, your tees, your cargos, everything. So yes, You versus Yesterday.
Yeah.
That where does it come from? Because you might not, like, you probably weren't even thinking about in the topic of kind of like mental health wise or something. It's something that I want you to tell us the story of how it came about, because whenever you first told me about it, in my head was like, bruh, it's like literally us versus our own selves.
Mm-hmm.
Even whenever we're struggling,
Mm-hmm.
it's against our own selves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this goes back to that conversation we had about just setting goals and targets, right? So think about it. You versus yesterday. It's setting yourself a target. It's a small target. It's you versus yesterday. But in a way, it's a battle you do every day against yourself yesterday to reach that one goal.
Yeah.
So it's literally implementing little targets every day to become a better self.
Yeah.
But it also makes it realistic because you're subconsciously just thinking of beating yourself yesterday, which makes it more realistic. Do you know what I'm saying? And you don't see it as a bigger picture. And that's what I'm trying to bring with this brand, is just trying to set the tone in a way where, like, stop looking elsewhere and stop trying to compete with everyone, or just don't look at somebody else's success and think of it as something that you should be having in this present moment, and just focus on trying to beat the version you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Which makes it more realistic, and it will help you get to your goals faster because it gives you a realistic focus, and it's something you can, take for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I love it. I love the concept. I love the slogan. I love the title of it because it tells a bit of a tale that we all know.
Mm-hmm.
You're only as good as you were yesterday, as your previous job, basically.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So it's something that people, I'm not saying that they need to follow that, but it's like we're always competing against ourselves on something.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a footballer, if you're a videographer, you're competing kind of like against other videographers because they have something that you might not have, like a skill that you might not
Mm-hmm.
have. So it's something that you're going to and eventually learn,
Yeah.
or something you're going to better yourself at.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a vicious competition, but it's a good competition in a way that it'll make you grow, and it'll make your business grow bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
whenever you came out with the brand and you were telling me your idea, I loved it. I really loved it. And we had like little talks. We I bought the T-shirts and stuff like that. And it's something that you've got really good values. You've got really good morals that you follow. The way you talk, the way you carry yourself on a day-to-day basis, your content on Instagram, TikTok. I'm just proud of what you're doing.
Love.
I'm proud that you answered the call whenever I called you, even though you could have been doing 10,000 million things, and you kind of relied on me to do this. And man, I don't know the words. There's so many things I want to say, but the major one is that I'm proud that you're mainly my friend, not just my family member, and I'm proud of the things that you've been doing and how you've grown along the years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because we've went to school together, we've played football, we've went out. Like I'm just proud of the man you've became. Do you know what I'm saying?
And
so
I'm proud of your stuff too.
I appreciate the help you gave, and even with your brand, bro. Like we're gonna make it.
It's all love,
we're gonna make
and
it.
I'm proud of what you got going on, and
Yeah.
I'm so thankful you got me part of this, because it's something I never thought I would do. So it's another skill
Yeah.
that I gained.
Unlocked.
I
It's like
never
a
went to the
PS4 game.
gambling.
Unlocked something.
doubles on the chat.
And just before we go, one last question. Like, what's the main message you would deliver for someone that's struggling at the minute? Whether it's man,
Just, I feel like you should try and do some deep work on yourself. Just see if you got any past traumas or things that could hinder your progression on your life, your friends, your family. Because when you're doing that deep work, you should also have them in your mind, because you're trying to be a better person for them. So I'd say, it's gonna be hard in a way where like your ego is gonna die. It's like killing this version of yourself, and just get in touch with it. And once you find your answers, like spread it to the people that you trust the most. And obviously this will create a different type of bond, because now these people know why there was certain actions that you took in your life or you had with them, that they might have took it personal, and now they know why you did it, and they know it wasn't out of maliciousness. So like now you're coming to find yourself, and you're also able to tell other people about yourself. So now you're creating this bond, right? So now you have you and your people, and now whatever problem that you have to face, it's gonna be way easier, because now you can talk about it openly, express, and and just set yourself new goals now to become even better. And I feel like that's the way of life, is just trying to become a better person overall, and just keeping yourself in check and in motion. And truly, after that, I feel like that's like the goal to a happy life.
Yeah.
It's just always improving yourself, and creating stronger bonds with your closest people, and just enjoying life.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Love, bro.
So this is Elio and Andre, Dope Motion, on set of Echoes of a Mind, our first interview. I hope you loved it. I hope you guys loved the short as well. And it's not gonna be the first, not gonna be the last.
Yeah.
Come, let's go.
Let's go.